Imagine buying groceries, filling your car with gas, or paying a restaurant bill with an airline credit card. You are not on an airplane. You may not even have a trip planned. But somewhere behind that ordinary purchase, money can begin moving toward an airline. The bank gives you miles. The airline receives real cash. And you receive a digital promise whose value the airline can change. This is the hidden business behind airline miles. Most people think frequent flyer programs are simple rewards for loyal passengers. Fly enough, collect miles, and eventually receive a free trip. That was the original idea. An airline seat that departs empty can never be sold later. Rewarding loyal customers with unused airline capacity appeared inexpensive and intelligent. But over time, the miles escaped the airplane. Customers began earning miles through hotel stays, rental cars, online shopping, restaurants, and most importantly, credit cards. Today, a person can earn thousands of airline miles without stepping inside an airport. That change transformed loyalty programs from marketing tools into enormous financial businesses. Here is how the system works. A customer uses a co-branded airline credit card to buy groceries. The grocery store pays a processing fee connected to that card transaction. The bank receives part of the economics from the transaction. It may also earn annual fees and interest from cardholders who carry balances. To provide the promised reward, the bank purchases miles or other loyalty benefits from the airline. The airline receives cash through the banking partnership. The customer receives miles inside an account controlled by the airline. Those miles can later be exchanged for a flight, an upgrade, or another reward. But every redemption remains subject to the airline's rules, pricing, and availability. The important detail is timing. The airline can receive money when the customer spends on the credit card, long before that customer redeems the miles. Some of the bank's payment relates to marketing and other services provided by the airline. Another portion represents the airline's future obligation to provide travel when the miles are redeemed. In accounting terms, part of the revenue may be delayed until the customer uses the reward. But the cash has already entered the airline's financial system. Now compare that with selling an airline ticket. To carry one passenger, an airline needs aircraft, pilots, flight attendants, fuel, maintenance, airport gates, baggage systems, and customer support. The loyalty partnership can generate cash even when the cardholder is buying coffee hundreds of miles from the nearest airport. That is why airlines care so deeply about credit card spending. In 2025, Delta said payments connected to its American Express partnership reached $8.2 billion. American Airlines reported $6.2 billion in cash payments from co-branded credit card and other partners during the same year. These figures are not the same as pure profit. They also include more than simply selling miles. But they reveal the extraordinary scale of the airline loyalty economy. Banks are willing to pay because airline rewards attract valuable customers. Travel cards often appeal to consumers who spend heavily, travel frequently, and keep the same credit card for years. The bank can earn annual fees, transaction revenue, and interest when customers carry unpaid balances. The airline brand makes the credit card more attractive. The promise of a future flight makes everyday spending feel rewarding. A customer may choose one credit card over another because every purchase appears to move them closer to a vacation. That emotional connection is powerful. Cashback feels like a small rebate. Airline miles can feel like a beach vacation, a family reunion, a business class seat, or a trip that would otherwise be too expensive. But airline miles are not the same as dollars sitting inside a bank account. The airline controls the program. It decides how many miles a flight requires. It decides which flights and seats are available for rewards. It can introduce dynamic pricing. It can increase redemption rates. It can add fees, restrict transfers, or change elite status requirements. A mileage balance that appears valuable today may purchase less travel in the future. The system resembles a private currency, but the company issuing that currency also controls the store where it can be spent. Unlike cash, miles generally do not earn interest while they sit unused. The airline can also benefit when miles are never redeemed. Some rewards are forgotten. Some remain trapped inside accounts with balances too small to use. Some expire under applicable program rules. Others are simply never redeemed. When a customer never uses the reward, the airline received economic value without ultimately providing the expected flight. Even when miles are redeemed, airlines have tools to manage the cost. Award pricing can increase during popular travel periods. Lower-priced awards can be offered when passenger demand is weaker. A seat that might otherwise leave empty can sometimes satisfy a reward at a relatively low additional cost. But that does not mean every reward flight is free for the airline. An award passenger may displace someone who would have purchased the seat. The redemption may involve taxes, partner airline payments, airport costs, and real operating expenses. The system works because the airline manages millions of members as one enormous portfolio. It does not depend on every individual reward costing nothing. Loyalty programs also influence behavior far beyond credit cards. A traveler may choose a more expensive flight to remain loyal to the airline where they hold elite status. They may accept a less convenient departure time because they want more miles. They may book the airline's hotel or rental car partner to increase their rewards. They may continue paying an annual credit card fee because canceling feels like losing progress toward a future trip. The program turns scattered purchases into a long-term relationship. It can also give the airline valuable information. The company can observe travel patterns, reward searches, redemption preferences, and which benefits keep customers engaged. That information can improve marketing and make the loyalty system even more difficult for competitors to copy. Then the pandemic revealed just how valuable these programs had become. In 2020, passenger demand collapsed. Airports emptied. Thousands of aircraft were parked around the world. Airlines urgently needed cash. Their frequent flyer programs became financial lifelines. United raised $6.8 billion in financing secured by assets connected to its Mileage Plus program. United also presented an estimated valuation of approximately $21.9 billion for its Mileage Plus business. Delta raised $9 billion through financing secured by its SkyMiles loyalty program. American Airlines later raised $10 billion through financing backed by assets connected to AAdvantage. Think about what that means. When the aircraft business was under historic pressure, lenders were still willing to provide billions against the loyalty systems surrounding those aircraft. The programs contained valuable banking contracts, intellectual property, customer relationships, data, and predictable payments from financial partners. The miles that looked like free rewards to customers had become collateral for some of the largest financing transactions in aviation. That does not mean airline loyalty programs are automatically a scam. Used carefully, airline rewards can provide genuine value. A customer who pays the credit card balance in full, avoids unnecessary fees, and redeems strategically may receive flights worth more than the card's annual cost. Sign-up bonuses and travel benefits can be especially valuable for people who understand the rules. But the economics change completely when the customer carries expensive credit card debt. A small reward is not impressive when the unpaid card balance is accumulating interest at a much higher annual rate. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has warned that customers who carry balances may pay far more in interest and fees than they receive through rewards. The supposedly free flight can become the most expensive ticket the customer never intended to buy. Consumers also face the risk of devaluation. Government agencies have received complaints about rewards becoming harder to redeem. Customers have reported promotional conditions changing, benefits disappearing, and more points being required for the same purchase. The airline may describe the change as adjusting rewards to match market prices. The customer experiences it as inflation inside a currency they do not control. This creates the central tension of airline miles. The airline wants customers to believe the miles are valuable enough to influence every purchase, but it must also control the cost of eventually honoring those miles. If rewards are too generous, the program becomes expensive. If rewards become too difficult to use, customers lose trust. The most successful loyalty programs keep customers emotionally invested while carefully controlling what those promises cost. So, does an airline really want your credit card more than your ticket? Not literally in every situation. Airlines still depend on passengers, ticket sales, business travel, premium cabins, and full aircraft. Without a useful flight network, airline miles lose much of their appeal. But the credit card changes the relationship. A passenger may purchase only a few airline tickets each year. A cardholder can generate financial activity every day. Breakfast, gasoline, groceries, subscriptions, restaurants, and household bills can all feed the airline's loyalty system. The flight creates the dream. The credit card monetizes the time between trips. That is the hidden brilliance of the system. Airlines do not only transport people from one city to another, they also operate brands, customer databases, financial partnerships, contracts, and private reward currencies connected to the desire to travel. The miles feel free because the customer does not see the payment moving between the bank and the airline. But the money is real. The future obligation is real. And the rules remain under the control of the companies operating the program. The next time an airline offers 50,000 bonus miles, do not ask only where those miles can take you. Ask who paid for them. Ask how the airline profits from them. And ask whether the reward is changing your spending more than it is rewarding your loyalty. This is Money and Power Files. Here, we investigate the hidden systems, billion-dollar partnerships, and financial decisions behind the world's most recognizable companies. Subscribe, because sometimes the most valuable part of an airline never leaves the ground.